Thanks everyone for joining the session. So today I'm going to discuss about DNS along with TCP. So I already told you, right? When you type www.google.com on your browser, what exactly is happening at the back end? I'm going to tell you now. So this is very important, very common question. Everywhere they will ask you, where in product-based companies, especially product-based companies. Okay. So even Juniper, Cisco, Amazon, wherever you go, they will ask you this. If you know what exactly is happening at the back end, right, during DNS resolution process as well as TCP, then you're ruling the world in networking domain. So TCP is the one who is ruling the world. If you know about TCP, you're part of it. Okay. So let's discuss about TCP and DNS today. So let's see now here. Okay, so I'm opening my command prompt. Okay, yeah, you see here, this is a command prompt. I'm opening my command prompt. I'm pinging www.tungabhadranetworks.com. Okay, and now tungabhadranetworks.com is a domain name. Okay, now it's a domain name, and if you want to create, if you have any company, you should have a web page, right? So you should have a domain name. So you need to register a domain name. To register a domain name, you can register anything. Tungabhadra Networks, Ramesh.com, Balakrishna.com, whatever it is. According to your requirement, you can register a domain name where you will register, you know, in any portal, any portal. Okay. So for you, let me try to show you that as well. So generally, I want to show you everything practically today. Let's see. So domain name you can register it, guys. Okay. So by maximum 300 rupees. Okay, maximum 300 or something. Some companies will offer very less rupees as well. Okay, so if you see, right, domains, if you see domains, so now I want to register a domain. See, I have my two domains. I have registered it. I have a validity till 2025 2026. Okay, 2026 I have validity. You know what, Google company have their own domain, so it was expired, and but it was not, the Google company not aware of it. It was expired. So the one person who took the opportunity and he purchased the Google.com. Now Google quickly realized it. He negotiated with him, and minimum I think $4 million. Google paid $4 million rupees for the domain, and again, whatever the amount he got it, right, he donated to the charity. So Google come to know about this, and they gave few more amount, you can say few more $1 million extra. So this is a story, funny story behind the Google domain. So now I want to create a domain. So uh Balakrishna, do I have domain? No domains found. Balakrishna. Okay, we'll do one thing. Jai Balaya, do you have a domain? So you need to type. So no domain found. So you can go ahead for this .com. Understand? If any domain is already existing, right? It will show you here. Suppose www.google. Okay, this is okay. It is search for the domains. I need to go for search for the domains. Add a new domain, right? Get a new domain. So now here. So suppose like Google, right? It will show you it's already there. Okay. Google.in is already taken. Okay. It will show you. So let me check something like, So it is checking. So Jay Balaya is available. Now you can purchase. This is a amount it is showing to purchase domain. It is just a domain
Sir,
name
your
to
screen is not visible, sir.
Oh, is it?
No, it's
Okay.
visible.
No, it is visible for me.
It is visible.
Clear, clear.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you have to refresh your page, okay? Please rejoin or refresh your screen, okay? Okay. So are you seeing it right? So you can purchase according like that. So man, this class is very important. Each and everything I'm showing, I want to show you. I decided, okay? This is my personal, but I would like to show you, okay? So the thing is, you can purchase. See how much jaibalaya.com is just 500 rupees. Yes or no? So you can register a domain according to your requirement, based on your company name or whatever it is. How you want to see? These are humans. We are humans, right? We only remember these alphabetical keywords. We maximum remember alphabetical keywords. Here also, tungabhadranetworks.com or .in. This is my website, and if you see right, I'm trying to ping my website, and my website is responding with IP address, right? So we are humans. We only understand domain names. These electronic devices will not understand alphabetical things. They only understand zeros and ones, right? For each and every domain, we have a public IP. Why public IP? Because everyone should access it, right? Everyone should access your website. So you should have a public IP, not only website. So I have a server internally here. So that server is a lab server. So I advertise into public. If I give a server details, everyone can access, you know, everyone can access in public environment. See, this is internet. So this is a public IP of my server. Okay. Everyone can access this. See, it's showing login prompt, right? Yes or no? So yeah. Uh, Currently the server is shut down. See, this is my VMware. So where is the server? This is a server. Let's turn on the server. So yeah. So this is a server, okay, which I published, you know, in public environment by using public IP. So what I'm trying to say is you have to register the domain name first. That will cost of 400 rupees, and you need to purchase the public IP. That will cost something, and now you need to host it. It means you need to host it means you have a web server. Whatever the it is a web domain, right? You need a physical server, right? You should have a physical server. So I am using a cloud platform hostinger. My server is located in cloud. So for registering, I purchased, you know, for registering domain, I paid some amount, and to, you know, to install a server, okay, for a web application, right? I purchased it separate server. So it took me around a lot of amount. Okay, so that is it, guys. The backend process. Each and every server will have a domain name and the physical server for this domain. So each server is a layer 3 device. That server IP address is a public IP. Okay, so each domain will have a public IP. So what is DNS? DNS is a domain name system. It will translate from domain name to IP address to domain name, right? So domain name to IP address for systems, electronic devices, and domain again IP address to domain names for humans. Okay, humans can only understand, you know, these. They can remember these websites easily. Google.com, Facebook.com, you know, but can you remember this public IPs? Is it possible? Is it possible? Right? It is not possible, right? To remember the IP addresses for each and every website. So, are you getting my point or not, guys? Everyone,
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
right?
got the point.
So, yeah. So this is it. So simple definition. What is a DNS? DNS is a domain name system. It will translate from domain name to IP address and IP address to domain name. Okay. Now, if you see right here in browser, I'm typing www.tungabhadranetworks.in. quickly it is opening web page. How exactly it is happening? Can we can we learn now practically? Are you ready?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Now you can see right here. Now you can see this is my PC. In this PC, my real PC IP address. I'll take my real PC IP address. What is the PC IP address? ipconfig dot slash all. Okay. So my computer IP address is what? 192.168.0.4. Okay. Let's write this 192.168.0.104. This is my computer IP address, and you know, right? This is my website IP address 137.41. Everyone knows. See, 137.41 is my server IP. Everyone knows it. Okay. Yeah. So now, if you see right, if you see right, so if you type www.tungabhadranetworks.in, step by step procedure I'm explaining now. Please, you know, focus here now. So once I type www.tungabhadranetworks on my browser, this computer, my computer will check in its local cache. So what it will check? It will check the IP address. Do I have the IP address for this domain name or not? Because the computer cannot understand this domain. They only understand IP address. That's why it will check in its local cache. Local cache means memory. They have in computer they have memory to store the domain names along with IP address. So it will check it. Do I have the IP address for this domain? So what is the local cache here? Okay. Uh, so display DNS. Okay. So now it is showing. See, are you seeing it right? There are some DNSs here. Okay. So here you can see. So each and every websites, see each and every website will have a domain name. So will have a IP address. Please remember that this IPv4 address will store in records. Records means these are the storage things. It's an object. Okay. IPv4 will store in A record. IPv6 will store in A record. See here. IPv4 will store in A record. IPv6 will store in A record. Okay. And PTR record is a one more record which can translate from IP address to domain name, right? That kind of information it will store it. So just understand that record A, record A. It is for IPv4, it is for IPv6. So you can see here, right? This is IPv4 and you can see in A record. Okay. So now in this cache memory, it will check, do I have a IP, you know what? Do I have a IP address for this domain or not? What is the domain name? Sorry, this 137.41. Do I have it or not? It will check in here. So it will check in this table. Okay. In this memory, cache memory. In case if it is have it right, it will establish a connection with Tungabhadra Networks website and you will access it. How it will establish a connection, I will explain later. That is TCP connection. But now, initially, for the first time you are trying to access the website, you don't have the IP address for this Tungabhadra Networks.in website. So now, what computer will do? Computer need? It needs an IP address for this Tungabhadra Networks.in. What is the IP address of Tungabhadra Networks.in? So first what it will do, it will generate a recursive query. What it will do, it will generate a recursive query. See, this is it. This computer, the step number 2 now, it will generate a recursive query, okay, with UDP of 53. Everyone knows, right? DNS uses port number UDP 53, TCP 53. Now let's discuss when it will use TCP, when it will use UDP. Okay. See now. So it will generate a recursive query and it uses UDP 53. So now if you know right, we need to generate a packet. So this is a query packet, right? This is a query packet, DNS query packet. It is sending out from computer. What is the source IP here? My computer IP 0.104. What is the destination IP here? We don't know, right? We don't know, but destination IP to whom it is asking, to whom it is asking, your service provider will give a, you know, DNS server information. Okay. So what DNS? DNS resolver. So there is a each and every service provider maintains a DNS resolver. It means DNS cache server. Suppose whatever the service provider connection you have taken, Airtel or Geo Extreme or local broadband, Hathway, everyone, everyone using this DNS resolver. Okay. If you see right, if you see my system configuration, if you see right, what is the details here? Here my DNS server is 0.1. Understood? What are the important fields you need to assign here? You will assign, right? You will assign IP address, subnet mask, gateway along with preferred DNS, alternate DNS. Whatever the information you give right here, this is very crucial. Now it is important for DNS resolution. Whatever the DNS server addresses you will give here, okay? Suppose here I am giving 192.168.1.0.1, right? 0.1. So now the destination IP address for this query is 0.1 because this is a IP address you gave it. This is a server IP, DNS resolver IP. Everyone getting my point? Okay. Yeah. If you see in my Wi-Fi router, right? Let me open my Wi-Fi router. This is my Wi-Fi router. Okay. So what is the DNS server they gave? These are the DNS servers. Each and every server, each and every service provider maintain DNS, right? This is my ISP DNS server. They have their own. Are you seeing it? 202.65.140.190. This is a DNS server information maintained by ISP and this 8.8.8. It is a Google DNS server. Google is offering DNS resolution to each and everyone. So everyone is giving Google. You see, in Google you have each and everything, right? So this is a Google DNS server, and some people, some ISPs they don't maintain this DNS server. They directly give the Google. Okay, some ISPs can maintain. As per the rule, they have to maintain. Okay, why they have to maintain, I will tell you at the end. Okay, you will understood after some time. Okay, so but if you see here, right? If you see here, so if you see here, I gave DNS. What is that? I gave primary DNS information as what? 0.1, right? Here where it is DNS here. DNS, IPv4 DNS server. So what it will do, your router also will act as a DNS server. So at every step you will see a cache memory to store the IP addresses along with the websites. First, what it will do, it will send a query to your router. If your router memory it has IP address, right? It's okay. Otherwise, it will send a DNS result. So whatever the IP address you configure right here, it will go to here. If here also you don't have the resolution, right? It will go to the Google, and Google have everything. Let's see how exactly it will process. Now you understood, right? The DNS resolver could be your Wi-Fi router or it was maintained by service provider. So this is a DNS resolver, and this DNS resolver IP address is just understand currently as per the thing, right? It's 0.1 something, something like that. So now what is the destination IP? You will see here 192.168.0.1 because you configure DNS resolver as a, see what I configure here, details. What I configure here, IPv4 DNS server 0.1. Yes or no? 192.168.0.1 is my DNS server. So I gave this as 0.1 is my destination IP because it is a DNS query. It should go to the DNS server only. It is a DNS query. It should go to the DNS server. And now it uses for queries, right? For queries, it uses UDP. And next is transport layer. And the source port could be random. And the destination port would be 53. UDP 53 means it's a DNS query. Now entire this packet will go to where? DNS resolver. Okay. Entire this packet. Okay. Sorry. After this, what you will see here? DNS query packet. In this DNS query, it is asking, please tell me Tungabhadra networks dot in IP address. Okay. It will ask you, please tell me domain IP. Simply, I can ask like this. Okay. So now this is the entire packet which is generated by the computer and it will go to the DNS resolver here. Okay. Now DNS resolver, what it will do? It will so if you made as a DNS resolver, right? It already opened a port number 53, UDP 53. Okay. So now DNS resolver can listen this traffic. Okay. What is IP address of DNS resolver? 0.1. Yes, I am the 0.1. Let's check your transport layer. Okay, you are asking DNS query. Okay. So you are asking the domain name Tungabhadra networks dot in IP address. So what it will DNS resolver will do? It will understand and it will check in its own cache. Okay, do I have the IP address of Tungabhadra networks dot in? In case if it is having, it will generate a non-recursive query to computer. Now computer learns it and stores it and it will establish a connection with Tungabhadra networks dot in. Okay. In case if the DNS resolver is having it, okay, it will sends to computer. Computer will again establish a connection with Tungabhadra networks dot in. Suppose if the DNS resolver don't know the IP address of Tungabhadra networks dot in, what will happen? Now again it will generate a iterative query. Now here it is a iterative query. So total how many queries you see? First is recursive query and DNS resolver generate a non-recursive query, and between DNS resolver to other servers it is a iterative query. So it will generate a iterative query asking that what is the IP address of Tungabhadra networks. Now the thing is, to whom it will ask. So in this DNS resolver, you configured 13 root servers. So what are the 13 root servers? These are the 13 root servers. Okay, 13 root servers. So they are registered here. These are the root servers. Whatever you see, right? In each and every company, they have these root servers. These root servers will have everything. So if you see right in my PPT, here each and every server I have explained. Okay, types of DNS server, root server. Okay, this is the first point of contact from the recursive DNS servers. Okay, it means recursive DNS server or DNS resolver both are same. ISPs DNS server. So there is a total 13 root servers here as I show you now. Okay, it represents .NET root server .NET. Okay, so every DNS resolver should know these 13 root servers. Okay, so it provides IP addresses of TLDs. Okay, so let's see how the packet flow here it is. Okay, now if you see right, you configured 13 root servers. So those 13 root servers can provide any IP address for any domain. So let's see how they will provide. So DNS resolver will send a packet to iterative query to a root server. Now root server what it will do? Hey, I don't have the exact IP address of Tungabhadra networks dot in, but I know where exactly it is. Please go and ask TLD, top level domain server. So it will give you the top level domain server IP address. These root servers are maintains each and everything. What are the top level domain servers? These are the servers, you know, Amazon.com, Amazon.in, Google.com, Google.in, Google.us, .edu, .org. So you will see all these kind of domains, right? .edu, .org, .gov, .in, .uk, country wise. Okay. So the TLD maintains all the servers. Okay, all the servers. So the root server is giving, hey, I don't have IP address of Tungabhadra networks.in. Please go and ask TLD server. So TLD server IP will be given by root server, and it will come to here, and again the DNS resolver will generate a iterative query to TLD server. So tungabhadranetworks.com or whatever it is. Okay, the root TLD server generally. Now TLD server receives it. See, it is a TLD server. It receives it. It will check. Okay, Tungabhadra networks.in. You need the IP address of Tungabhadra networks.in, right? So this TLD server will check, okay, you need the IP address of Tungabhadra networks.in. So I don't have the IP address, but I know who is the authorized person to give the IP address. So I have the information. So please go and ask authoritative server. So the TLD will give you a authoritative server IP address. Now DNS resolver receive it, and it will generate a ready query to authoritative server. Finally, authoritative server will check it. Hey, you're asking Tungabhadra networks.in IP address? Yeah, I'm the Tungabhadra networks.in. Please take the IP address. Then this IP address will given to DNS resolver. Finally, DNS resolver receives the IP address. What it will do quickly, it will stores in is cache memory. Because if other computer is asking to trying to connect Tungabhadra networks.in, the request will come to DNS resolver. DNS resolver will quickly reply with the IP. It will not go to root server, TLD server, and authority server. If DNS resolver is not maintaining its own cache, each and every user request will go to servers, and server will get not respond. If you see, right, when 10th class results or intermediate results, everyone trying to access the results at the same time. Server, it will throw an error like 503, 403 error. Have you observed it, guys, in your life? So you may observe it because
Yes.
yeah. So the server is not responding because too much of traffic, too much of incoming requests it is getting it. Okay. So that's it. To stop that too much of traffic, so every ISP should maintain DNS resolver so that the resolution can happen here itself. Okay. Now DNS resolver have the IP address finally. Now it is giving a IP address to the computer in the form of non-recursive query. Now finally computer also got the IP address for Tungabhadra networks.in, and now it is trying to establish the connection. Okay, this is the resolution. How exactly DNS resolution happened. Okay, so this is it. Now this is a part one only. Now how exactly it will establish a connection with server, we'll discuss. Okay, yeah.